We still dey wait to see the change, yo. Cause all the promise when they make, it don't dey be like saying a fake, yo. And where the money, where the food, Nigerian people want improve. But since you come, na tears and pain, oh, oh, oh. We don't tire to complain, oh. No employment for the youth, and security no improve. Inflation don't they hit the roof. Still government no they say the truth. Oh yeah, my brother, this change now yawa. We don't do this suffer. Pray God for Nigeria. Oh yeah, my sister, this coming now yawa. You don't do this suffer. We pray God for Nigeria. After the election, where them do, we still dey wait to see the change. Cause all the promise when they make, try it don't dey be like.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one.
Maiyegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú.
Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ.
Hello there, hello. As you're joining me this afternoon, welcome to a session with Maiyegun again this afternoon. So, as usual, it is now our new trend to add evidence to whatever I present to you. Okay, just to further make better sense, I'll say, whenever we are discussing Niger. So, if you read the caption of the broadcast, and you can make your own contribution accordingly as well. So, on your screen right now, you will see Mr. Spending, Sinzu spending too much money, Mr. Buhari, the man that comes out, you know, you get paid for doing absolutely nothing. He appears and disappears. And most of the time, you see, it's more or less like a statue where everybody go to take pictures with. And whenever you see him out, it is either he's busy taking pictures and all of that. So, Sinzu money. So, to my brothers and sisters out there as well, the Buhari Dins, the Buhari Diderins, I welcome you onto Maiyegun's Diary this afternoon. Okay, so let's get started. Yesterday, the old news out there was about the Chinese doctors in Nigeria. They've called them different names: Chinese technicians, Chinese contractors, Chinese medical practitioners, technical, whatever. They've given them some different names, but what we know is that there are some Chinese experts, let's use that now, who are experts in treating coronavirus. So they are in Nigeria. At the same time, just before they landed in Nigeria, there's been so many videos of Nigerians being harassed, molested, you know, in Guangdong, I think it's called, or Guangdong, I'm not sure if that's the right name, but in China, Nigerians who have been in quarantine, I mean, let's say they have been in what do you call it, this lockdown, isolation and all that for 14 days as expected. They have been harassed by officials of Chinese government in China. Some of them have been kicked out of their homes. The videos are so many, so some of you have seen the videos, but I'm going to show you about the actions being taken. And you have also seen the video of that the embassy official. People have said the man is the ambassador to China, Nigeria's ambassador to China, but I don't know. We haven't heard any official statement in that regard. But there has been a video of someone from the consulate who stood up for some Nigerians. Nigerians are being, see, Chinese landlord, they are sending Nigerians out of their house, their different houses, not because they owe anything, but for some reason we just don't know what sparked that lately. Lately, Nigerians, Africans have been under unexpected attack. And in fact, let me be honest with you, this has become a serious issue in Africa too, because those they are attacking, the Africans they are attacking, they are not just Nigerians. There are other African countries too. But I'll share a story with you now quickly. There is a story shared by one of the Africans in China. So she had enough time. That one is a stretch, I think it's about 4 minutes video. So it gives a proper picture of what is going on in China. I have other videos of Nigerians who have been harassed, but that will be the second video I'm going to show you. The one where, you know, a Nigerian government agent stood up. You know, they've collected all their passports. It's so crazy, right? They will stop you. They will take your passport. They will take your address if they see you on the road. And they can actually just take you away from that street right there. They will say they are taking you into quarantine. They want to go and test you for coronavirus. So if they come into your house, landlords are telling people to leave their houses in China, in Guangdong area. They are telling, you know, Africans to vacate their homes. Not because they owe, like I said. They are giving them short notice of an hour. So it's a serious thing right now. But this video should do a bit of explanation on that. So one moment. China, Arizona is saved earlier. So you can see Mr. Zinzu on the, what do you call it, on the screen there. Baba just came to collect his own pension. People brought him here to collect pension. So listen to this short interview with an African lady who is currently in China. And they are all scared of what is going to happen to them. Listen.
We have a lot of difficulties we are going through right now because we have been in a lockdown for at least 3 months now. And we have a lot of challenges we are going through at this time. And the most challenge is racism. We are facing racism in a way that we cannot access medical care in hospitals. When we go to hospitals and we need any help, all they tell us is, please go away, after checking our passports and finding out that we are blacks, actually finding out that we are from Africa. Another challenge we face is we cannot use the public means. Because when we try to use the, like if you want to use a bus and you enter a bus, all the Chinese come out. They all come out and they leave you in the bus alone, like they are protesting they can't travel with an African. Another challenge is we are not allowed to use, like to go to the supermarkets to buy what we want. We cannot use the hotels. When we go there, after checking your passport, the only thing they tell you is go away, please go away. When you insist like you want you want something, they call the police, and what the police tells you is please go away. Then another issue is another challenge is some of our friends have been thrown out of the houses they've been renting with no reason, not anything. The landlord just comes one morning and tells you, please make sure that today you leave my house. And another thing is, another challenge is they are forcing us to test for COVID-19 because they come to our houses with no notification. They just come to your house and ask for your passport. If you're African, they tell you that we've come to test for COVID-19. If you're not African, they tell you no. And when they come, after testing, they only tell you that we shall call you after 3 days when you're positive, and if you're not positive, no one will call you. They don't leave you with any document to see that you have tested, or that you can show to any other person that you have tested. And those are some of the challenges. And we also face a challenge of food. Like we don't have food as for now. We don't have money for rent, and we ask the government to please intervene.
All right. So, Victoria, Victoria, if I may ask, what city in China are you?
I'm in Shenzhen city.
All right. So, have you tried to engage, the Ugandan embassy in China to see if there's any intervention that can come through?
Yes, thank you so much. In the last week of January, I was talking to our chairman at the embassy, Ugandan embassy in Beijing, and he told us that the government has not put any provision for anyone. Then in February, I tried to go to the consulate, because now our situation was bad, because I'm not alone, we are very many. They told me the same thing, that the government doesn't put in provision for anyone. Then I contacted the ambassador himself. It's 1 week back since I contacted the ambassador. He told me the same thing. Then last Saturday, I contacted him again. The ambassador told me that every Ugandan everywhere needs the government's help, and the government cannot give help to anyone. And the only thing we can do is to contact our families. At this point, also our families are in quarantines, and for us, we are also in a lockdown, and our families cannot help us. So what we chose to do after that, we created a group. We started seeking for amnesty, and at this time, we have all gathered ourselves. We are above 100 seeking for amnesty.
Okay, Victoria. Victoria, if I can chip in, what kind of help do you want the government to give you?
So you heard that story there. It's quite touching, right? That's exactly the same thing if you have a brother or a family member, a friend in China right now. So just imagine it for a minute. Imagine it for a minute that they are unable to go to work. They are unable to use the public transportation. They are not welcomed in the supermarkets. They are being forced to be tested again and again and again and again for COVID-19. There is no real regard for their rights, for their existence, for their human rights and all that. But 90% of Africa and African leaders are currently doing business with China. Some of them are selling off their different countries now to China cheaply. It is going to get worse, right? Just think about that for a minute. Imagine that for a minute, that your brother, your sister, who is currently in China, is now more or less being held up like a prisoner simply because of the COVID-19. If you still have family members in China who are still reaching out to you right now, you may not understand how lucky you are until, well, listen to this. This is the version that affected Nigerians, whereby an official of the Nigerian embassy in China there, I believe in Guangdong or Beijing, stood in defense of Nigerians being harassed on the street by officials of Chinese government. Listen to this.
No. Why you are saying your own, I don't cross-examine you. Please, let me tell you what I want to tell you. The COVID-19 started in Wuhan, China.
How do you know that?
It started in
How do you know
Wuhan,
that?
China.
Are you sure it's from Wuhan?
Yes.
Please show me.
I will send it to you.
Yeah.
I will
Please
send
show
it to
me.
you. However,
Even the professor and the scientist didn't say it's from Wuhan.
However,
and you are the expert.
you said when you are talking, I didn't talk. Let me give you the answer. Many Chinese travel to Nigeria at that time. Nigeria didn't quarantine them. So these are the people that are living in China. They are not the businessmen. So that is one thing. All the people that is business,
Are they students? Are you students?
They are here. They have been here in China. You don't need to ask me questions. They are here in China. They are not a businessman. That's why I'm telling you when you are saying money online. They are here in China. They are doing their business in China. They are here. That is one. Two, all the people from Nigeria that came for business, they are entitled to go for 14 days quarantine. In line with what you sent to us as your policy. We agree with you with that. All these people, when they finish the 14 days quarantine, where they did the quarantine, they give them a paper of release. Why are they still giving them another 14 days quarantine again? It's not acceptable.
Okay, it's
The first one, the 14 days, the first 14 days is acceptable by us. Another 14 days, you didn't communicate to us that you are going to do another 14 days after 14 days. They have tested negative and then they have given them the paper. Why are they giving them another 14 days? That is one. Two, all the police, the government, this passport belongs to the federal government of Nigeria. In line with international practice, no any country have the right to seize the international passport of another country. Yes! Yes! Wait, they are not in my eyes. I just withdraw it from there. They seize it.
you have that.
I said they seize it. And then you know, your deputy, all the passports of Nigeria they seized. Ask him. It was released yesterday. Why are they seizing Nigerian passport? It don't belong to China. If you seize Nigerian passport, it's like you are seizing Nigeria as a whole. It's not acceptable. That's another thing. The third one I'm going to tell you, you didn't communicate to us that you are going to go to all the Nigerian houses and then you are going to ask them to come out and go and quarantine them. Did you communicate to us? No. Nobody communicated to us. If you want to do your policy on 14 days, shut down everybody. Don't discriminate. Everybody should sit at home. Everybody, including Chinese, including Nigeria, including everybody, including you as the director. Everybody should sit at home. That is exactly what Nigeria did.
Really?
Yes.
So your government doesn't work?
No, no work. Nigeria shut everything down. Nobody moved. We didn't say only the Nigerians to be going to the work, why the Chinese quarantine. No. Everybody must be sit at home. I can show you the proof. All the people that did it.
So you heard the man, the diplomat. We are not sure if he's the Chinese ambassador to, Nigerian ambassador to China. But he's a diplomat, as we were told. We are still yet to get to know his name. Eventually, we will know his name. Okay. So you have seen it there. You have seen the two clips, right? There are many others. So I'm not going to, show more than what I've shown because that tells you the message. That shows you that it's a serious issue in China right now. And from the news that I have come across so far, even African leaders are now concerned. Apart from the fact that every country in the world is trying everything possible to keep safe those who are within the country, and those who are without the country are also being reached out to. So we were supposed to be our brothers' keepers. I hope Nigerian leaders, I hope they will live up to the expectation and give that diplomat the real diplomatic backing. I mean, the one that gives authority to what he said in that video. Very important. But they treat us worse, even in Africa, in Nigeria in particular. You know what I'm talking about? But we'll leave that for another day. Now, I've got this. One of those who have been so lucky in the Nigerian enterprises, Nigeria Shop by Chop PLC, is now a musician. one way or the other, he's discovered a talent that I can't pretend not to see. And I believe some of you would love to hear this too. He's a former senator, now an actor, a Nigerian actor. He's joined the Nigerian movie industry, a Nollywood actor. And recently, he's also a hit producer or singer as well. So listen to this just to lighten things up.
Corona nínú ayé wa bàbá. Jésù Olúwa náwó agbára ìyanu rẹ̀. Kò bá corona wí o bàbá. Aṣẹ́gun àti àjògùn ní àjẹ́ nípa ẹ̀jẹ̀ Jésù àrí ìṣẹ́gun. Olúwa ń bẹ fún wa kí yóò sùúrù. Kò sóhun tó lè kó yàgbára rẹ̀. Aṣẹ́gun ní wa. Aṣẹ́gun kòrò.
Thank you. That's from Evangelist Dino Melaye, Evangelist Senator Dino Melaye. It's a good one for this coronavirus. At the end of the day, all of us go there all right. Okay? So should be with, we believe we can just joke with everything, right? We'll all be all right last. Okay? So I have something. There is someone who is not happy. Okay? But before I go to that, I have this image. Look at this image. You have been hearing about Koro money, Koro food. Oh boy, you get levels. So in 2015, Buhari was in Washington, right? Buhari was in Washington after he was sworn in as the president, and they asked him, "How do you want to unite Nigeria when now that you are in charge?" Because Nigeria has been so divided. He said, "Let's be honest," and he was being honest too. He said, "You cannot expect me to treat the region that gave me 97% same way I'm going to treat the region that gave me just 5%. Now, from that moment, I know, say, you have elected a Dombo. Percentage is 100. But when Buhari wanted to answer Oyinbo question, he said 97 versus 5%. That's 1 and 2%. And I remember how happy, how defensive our international brother, the Abrodian Buhari Diderins, the premium Buhari Denotus. I'm talking about the Abrodian uncles and aunties of those home-based Buhari Diderins in Nigeria. The Mumu Madus, the Bele lecturers, and the Mumu lecturers. They said, Bob, the president was right. He was right. He was right. Now, look at these two pictures showing up on your screen. The one in the polythene bag, those plastic bags and Maggi, those ones are for the southern Nigeria. When you hear them that they are releasing trucks of grains, for corona food, Koro food, this is what they mean. If you are from the south, now your own share, they show so. If you are from the north, now your own share, they show so now. So look at it. Now bag. You see, if we didn't scream, maybe some of you will not even get the 20,000 naira Koro money, because we have seen them, Buhari, Sinzu spending. He sent Shadia. Shadia has been in Imo State for the past 2 days. She is in Ogun State right now. So they are going about with money, a lot of money, cash, 20,000 naira. Now, this is the, let me see if I can get that Koro money update, because I think I saved something like that on my, just give me a sec. In Imo State, this is how they share the money in Imo State. You can see the pictures of those who benefited. You see them, my sisters counting the money. We not go count money. When Buhari, Sinzu spending is currently on a what do you call it? Buhari is on the road.